And now we go to Italy and Serie A. Alex, when you're looking at these, the way that things have gone so far in Serie A, Juve not having it all their own way.
Yeah, it's tough this season. I had a really tough round of fixtures last week. My only win was Juventus to win at plus 220, so plus 120, sorry, 2.2 in decimals. That was my only win. But Chef Michael is, I don't know, he's absolutely amazing week in and week out in Serie A, and helps us eat every single week. That Lazio win against Napoli, I don't know, some other stuff. So I think that I need to catch him because he's running away from me at the moment as we are talking. But we are a team, and we are working together.
Yeah, without a doubt, I couldn't agree more. You don't have to catch him. You've just got to keep improving yourself because Chef Michael's running out there. He may run out of gas. He may be relying on you. So it's the team record. Chef Michael, how are you, sir?
Flash, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
Good, good. A nice little smile wouldn't go amiss. I mean, Inter, did they win 4-1 or something?
Yeah, it was 4-1, and I was on the Inter and under 4.5, so that last goal kind of killed me.
Oh, okay. That's why you're not smiling. I thought you'd dropped a dollar and found a dime. Rafa, can you give me the record, please? Look at Rafa. Rafa's out the starting blocks as well. Profit 34.9. Not a min sprint. And look at the average price, minus 102 at 1.98. Their individual records, please, Rafa. We'll start with Alex, 11.3, not to be sniffed at. That is an unbelievable job done by him. And there's Chef Michael, profit 23.5. He is actually sponsored by Inter Milan. Average price of 2.09, which is plus 109. These boys are absolutely sizzling. Let's get on with it. You've both got opinions on the first game. It's Genoa at 4.3, which is plus 330, draw 3.63, which is plus 263, and Roma at 1.95, which is minus 105. And I'm going to come to you first, Radek, Chef Michael.
Genoa, they're down there at the bottom, just 1 point behind Lecce for that 17th spot on the table. But I think I said this before. I think Genoa are going to be one of those teams that I think they can find ways to get out of the drop zone. I think they'll find some ways to get some points. I think Lecce will actually take over that relegation spot. But at the moment, Genoa are pretty terrible form. They've lost 3 in their last 5 and got clean sheeted 2 of those losses. But their leading goal scorer, Christian Kwame, is dealing with an injury that's kept him out since November. So it's good. Genoa goals have been hard to come by. Scored just 20 goals all season, conceded 38. So I don't think this is going to be a particular good spot. Roma coming into town. Of course, we all know Edin Dzeko, but Diego Prodi and Nicolo Zaniolo are also threats to score from the midfield. I think Roma, they're coming off back-to-back losses. Last time out, they lost to Juve, and then they lost that 2-0 to Torino in the match. You go back and watch that match. They controlled that match from the opening whistle, and it was really, they were kind of unlucky, you could say, to not come away with the result. They gave up that goal at the end of the first half on some sloppy giveaway, and of course, Andrea Belotti's not going to miss, inside the box. So, and then they gave up a handball penalty in the second half. I think Roma can get back to winning ways here. I think they need to if they want to keep hold of that European spot on the top of the table. So a Roma straight win at 1.87 or minus 114. I think they can get the job done straight win.
Okay, well, I've got Roma at 1.95, which is minus 105. Shop around. Now the difference between the European books and the US books. Alex, you're going to go for Roma too, I guess.
I'm going for Roma, but I'm just going for half unit for Roma. I'm a little bit afraid for this match. Nicola Zaniolo is injured and he will miss the entire match, the entire season. Bad injury for the poor guy. One of the great youngsters in the European football, and I hope that he can come back stronger, and he wishes so much to come back for Euro 2020. He fighted with Italy to arrive here, and you saw that we talked about Italy, how good they are right now and how good they are looking, and they might be one of the contenders for the Euro 2020 title. Still, they have plenty of firepower there with AS Roma, but this Genoa side improved a little bit, and they are fighting to avoid relegation with some good results lately, and very good lately on their turf. Goran Pandev, the old Goran Pandev, is playing like young Goran Pandev, let's say. Very good lately. He's putting everything. He's like Raja Nainggolan, if I can say that comparison. He's a fighter, and they have some interesting players: Sanabria, Lasse Schöne, players with experience. This Genoa side who can save themselves from relegation. This is why I'm just going with half unit on this Roma side to win the match at 1.95 minus 105 in US odds.
Yeah, I think they're both doing the same role as what Cambiasso did when he went to Leicester. He sits there, directs traffic, and just makes sure he organises it. His voice is worth... Listen, you give me a voice over someone who just runs around like a chicken with no head every single day. Alex, I'm going to stay with you. I'm going to go to Juve at 1.22, which is minus 455. Draw 6.65, which is plus 565. And Parma at 15, which is plus 1400. Well, you can have any price you like. Parma, how have you got the value about Juve?
Yes, absolutely. I think that Juve will now try to put a bigger gap between them and Inter. They took advantage of that Inter 1-1-0. Very lucky Inter against Atalanta. Very lucky. Atalanta missed a penalty in the second half. Atalanta dominated Inter Milan. Very nice team, this Atalanta side. I keep on saying it week in and week out, but this is the truth. So we must say it. Juve will now push before, because they're playing Champions League last 16 in February. On 26, I believe, is their first match. So they will try to put a bigger gap and focus after that on Champions League. They will use their best squad right now. Cristiano Ronaldo is on fire right now. He will try to push for that top scorer award at the top of the season. He's fighting now Ciro Immobile, but also Immobile keeps on scoring, but Ronaldo is trying more and more, you know. So he's very determined, and I really like that fighting spirit, who is one of the kind, let's say, one of the kind for Cristiano Ronaldo, a really great athlete. Yeah, I think that Juventus will dominate, and they will win by 2 goals difference. 1.7 minus 1.5 on the Asian handicap, minus 143 in US odds for Juve to win by at least 2 goals difference. Tough side, this Parma side, one of the surprise packages of the season, but away against the Juventus. I think that they will struggle also to find the back of the net. Some interesting players also in this Parma side. One of them, Kulusevski, another young and great player with a huge career in front of him, was bought already in the winter break by Juventus, but he will still play with Parma till the end of the season. Actually, he was Atalanta's players, loaned to Parma, and now bought with 30 millions by Juventus. So I don't know if he will play. Probably, you know that there are those types of contracts. If I'm buying a player and I let let him to play for you till the end of the season, and when you're playing against me, you are not allowed to use him, I don't know. Maybe he will play, I don't know exactly, but it doesn't matter if he will play or not. I still think that Juventus will win by 2 goals difference at least.
Chef Michael, do you think Parma can score? Because they've surprised quite a few sides.
I think that I wouldn't put it past them to score. I mean, yeah, they are the surprise team this year, Serie A. I guess you can kind of compare them to what Sheffield United do in the Premier League. They come up from promotion and they're sitting up there in the top half of the table. I mean, Juve, of course, they're not going to keep any clean sheets lately. I mean, but the firepower they have, you got to think they'll win by margin. You look at the lineup they're putting out there today; it's kind of a mixed bag between the A team and the B team against Udinese. But I think, yeah, regardless what happens today, I got to agree with Alex here. I think they'll win by 2 clear goals. I got Juve minus 1.5. I found it at 1.8 at minus 125 in the U.S. odds.
Well, that sounds very, very nice. I was just wondering if Juve to win and maybe over 3.5 was another way to go, or Juve to win and both teams to score for maybe small, but I'm not going against these two. These two are like runaway trains when it comes to getting Serie A right. Chef Michael, stay with you. We're going to go with Lecce, 11.5, which is plus 1050. The draw at 5.65, which is plus 465. And Inter at a skinny 1.3, which is minus 333.
Yeah, Lecce, I mean, of course, we just mentioned they're sitting down there in relegation zone. They haven't won a Serie A match at all since being promoted this season. Got to go pretty farther back into Serie A B before you start talking about how long it's been since they've won a competitive home match. Won a cluster of friendlies, I guess you can call them, over the summer break last year. But I don't see how Lecce are going to even try to defend the Inter team right now. I mean, they've conceded 38 goals, which is, I mean, Lukaku almost has half of that on his own. Inter, they're getting healthy right now. Alexis Sanchez came back a couple weeks ago. Barella and Sensi, the 2 dynamic midfielders that Inter have right now, they're getting healthy, and Inter's finalizing talks with Eric Christensen. Not sure if he'll be finalized and ready to go by the weekend, or if he'll even play if it is final. But you got to think, if this Inter team's getting healthy, they're going to continue that run towards Scudetto and challenge Juve for the title. Lautaro Martinez didn't play yesterday in that cup match, so I think obviously he'll play this weekend. Since he also rested, got to think Lukaku's still going to want to play against his alongside his striker mate, Martinez. So I got Inter halftime, full-time at 1.9 or minus 111, and Inter minus 1.5 at 1.83 at minus 120. I think I'll consider going 1-0, but after they gave up that goal yesterday to Udinese, I wouldn't put it past Lecce to at least get a goal at home. So I decided to stay off the 1-0. So I just got those 2 plays on Inter this weekend.
Well, no one's going to go against you when you mention Inter and any selection. Alex, have you duplicated one of Chef Michael's bets?
First of all, I want to say hi to my 3 best friends, Marius, Paul, and Radu. They're
we ain't got
watching us
time
right
to be
now.
talking to your mates. I need to get through 2 more games. Listen, go down the
I
pub.
have my Flash.
Go down your
I'm
mate.
plus units, Flash.
Yeah, but listen, go down the pub and chat with your mates, right? I want to know about Lecce and Inter.
Yeah, so since I'm plus units, I will talk about my mates. If I was minus, you will not allow me for sure.
Oh,
but,
of course, I'd rather you
yeah.
talk to your mates if you were minus units. I want more winners for my people.
Okay, about Inter, I really like the fact that Barella is back. He missed against Atalanta because he was suspended for that match, but finally he's back. Sensi is back. Alexis Sanchez is on the bench, and they might, I don't know, use him in the second half of the match because he's really good in that Serie A and not so good in the Premier League, but we know the difference between the two leagues. Martinez and Lukaku, for sure, two of the best duos, let's say, in the top 5 European leagues right now. I'm expecting a Martin classic here. I don't think that Inter will push to score a lot of goals against Lecce. We are talking about an away match. We are talking about a tough team to visit. Inter coming after that 1-1 draw against Atalanta. They will do everything to win this match. So I'm going Inter Milan and under 4.5 goals in the match at 1.73 minus 137 in US odds.
Thank you very much. Now you can go back and have a little chat with your mates. Now you've given us the meat on the bone, the real reason you're here. Okay, Alex, I'm coming to you again. AC Milan at 1.56, which is minus 180. The draw, 4.15, which is plus 315. And Udinese at 7.2, which is plus 620. Milan, you didn't like earlier on in the season. Are you going to be with them this time?
Yeah, I didn't like them early in the season. I must see more matches from them till I decide to pull the trigger and go with AC Milan right now. But I really have two bets and plus 100 or 2.0, both of them. Zlatan Ibrahimovic to score anytime at 2.0 plus 100. I think that this is a play in every Milan match from now on. If we find him at plus 100 or 2.0, it's a must play because the guy is a scoring machine. He scores with his eyes closed. If I don't know, from any situation he can find the back of the net. He's just brilliant, and despite being old, we have other examples because also Cristiano Ronaldo is almost there. Messi is starting to get old also. But we have Quagliarella in the Serie A Top Flight League, who won the top scorer award last year, if you remember. And we predicted that. Yeah, I think that Zlatan will find the back of the net. AC Milan will have a tough match against Udinese. This Udinese side coming with three back-to-back wins. Absolutely amazing form. I really fancy them to take something from this trip. But let's not play the winner's market. Let's not touch that. Both teams to score at 2.0 again, plus 100 again. So 2 plus money bets for this match.
Yeah, like them. Not so much Zlatan. No, I don't fancy him, to be honest. But both teams to score at 2 plus 100, I think, is absolute diamonds in the rough. Chef Michael, we're going to finish with you. We're going to go Lazio at 1.42, which is minus 240. The draw at 5, which is plus 400. And Sampdoria 8.6, which is plus 760. Lazio, and how are they going to win?
I think they're going to win this pretty comfortably. Lazio are just absolutely rolling right now. They're in their last 5. They've taken all possible 15 points on their home matches. They scored 11 goals and conceded only 3, which is tied with Inter for the least conceded goals at home in those 5-game span. Sampdoria, on the other hand, they've only scored 6 goals and conceded 6 in the last 5 away matches. I don't think that's going to go too well coming in to try to play Lazio. This team is just scoring goals for fun right now. Sampdoria do have some surprising results. They drew with AC Milan a couple weeks ago. They won at Genoa and they won at Spal. Those are kind of pretty tough places to play. And they had that thrilling 4-3 match with Cagliari a few weeks ago. Sampdoria, they're not going to be. I think they can possibly get a goal here. They're not, even when they lose, they're still scoring goals. They get 1 goal here and there. And Lazio, they're not keeping any clean sheets. They're letting in goals, late in matches. But we all know about the Lazio firepower. Immobile, is probably going to win the top scorer. The thing about Lazio is they have no European commitments, so they just can concentrate on Serie A. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to, slide into that top top two spots if Juve or Inter slip up. You know, the way Lazio's playing right now. There was a future I mentioned a couple weeks ago, Lazio to win without Juve. I think it was around 4.5, somewhere around there. Would not be surprised at all if Lazio can slide in the top two. I think Lazio will win this pretty comfortably. I got them on minus 1.25 on the Asian handicap at 1.87 or minus 114.
Excuse me, you talked about Lazio and your biggest love Inter. Come on, you must be ashamed of yourself. You love Inter and you're saying about Lazio to finish second.
Yeah, but he might be talking about Juve to finish third, Alex. See, you didn't think of that, did you?
No way. No,
Alex, give me your banker, please.
I love all my bets for this one, but I must stick with the Martin Classic in that Inter match. Inter and under 4.5 goals in the match at 1.73, minus 137 in US odds.
Chef Michael, can you give me your banker, please?
Juve minus 1.5 at 1.8.
Okay. Listen, lads, I don't often say this, but you two are definitely my favourite two that I have on when it comes to European bets. Don't tell them two that do the Germans football, and don't tell them two that do the Spanish. All right, you two are my favourites. Okay, Grill Master.
Thank you,
Chef Master. I'll look forward to seeing you next week, and may all your bets be winners and keep the train rolling.
Thanks, Flash. Let's have a great weekend.
Cheers, Grill Master. Cheers, Chef Michael. Absolutely flying, them two. Really, really enjoy their work. They give it to you, and they give you plenty of winners, and they give you plenty more as well. Coming up tomorrow will be the Premier League punters. I'll be sitting here on my home because the boss is busy again, and I will be on Twitter or Alex will maybe send out something to tell me who my third guest will be. Until then, you take care.